I'm about to give you an answer I haven't given anybody else, I swear to God. No dramatics or nothing. Beyonce doesn't even know this. But I wrote Love Drought. In all seriousness, I was very frustrated with the label at the time, 2 years ago. I was very new. Two of the people who were running the label at the time had lied to me and told me that Beyonce wasn't currently listening to any new music. And then I got to the studio to go to her writing camp literally 4 days later in LA. They started playing me music, and Mike Dean was there from Houston as a part of the camp. He's working. And so Mike and I actually went in to hear their music for the first time together, and it was very inspiring. So then the A&R is like, yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I have to read to you Miss B's notes about their music. And she starts reading these notes. And I'm like, they just told me that she's not listening to any music, which doesn't even sound right, you know? I was so pissed. So then I had my feet on the desk, I'm smoking, you know, smoke's going in the air. I remember like it was yesterday, I wrote the song in like 30 minutes. I was just thinking, as I'm looping this beat, I couldn't get out of my head the fact that they just lied to me. And I was just like, 10 times out of 9, I know you lying. And I was like, Ingrid, too much. But 9 times out of 10, I know you trying. So I'm trying to be fair. And you trying to be there and to care, but you caught up in your permanent emotions, as in you only used to working with Beyonce, and like whatever she's on, that's what you on. Like you're not even expected to get this. And all the love I'm giving is unnoticed. It's just floating in the air, blowing smoke. Looky there. Are you aware? And then I switched to like, you my lifeline. Are you trying to kill me? Cause like, I mean, shit, I don't have no income. You know, it's like, y'all not trying to, we need to get this going. If I wasn't me, as in if I didn't know Beyonce from Houston, from growing up, would you still feel me? Like on my worst day? Oh, I'm not thirsty enough, you know? Like, and it's like, I don't care about the light to the beam. I live my life in the dark for the sake of you and me, and it turns into a metaphor about music. I start talking about music for the sake of you and me. The only way to go is up, skin thick, too tough, and then the whole hook, Love Drought, is about music, you know, my relationship with music. You and me can move a mountain, you know, you and me could calm a war down. I thought about the fact that back in the day, infamously, you know, James Brown was able to be brought in to stop literally a riot and all this other shit. And I'm thinking like, what other artists? Obviously, I'm in a Beyonce writing camp. So at that point, the writing became a little bit more focused. Like, who can get away with singing this? Like, every artist can't say, you and me can move a mountain. And it's like, and who is you? Like, who is the other person? But obviously B is with someone who is at the same magnitude or, you know, close to where she is. So that's a lyric that would be believable, or that's something that I felt like, all right, I'm demoing this, but if she puts her power behind it, it's real, you know? And then I thought about you and me could make it rain now, figuratively and literally, you know, like they could, like if they want it, you know, and then rain, you know, drought. And I'm like, damn, what's the real problem here? It's like you and me could stop this love drought. So now I had to check myself when the second verse came around. I was like, 9 times out of 10, I'm in my feelings. Like, you know, but 10 times out of 9, I'm only human. So what am I doing wrong? You know, you with me or you moving on? Getting that feedback read back to me, I could have just reacted then and said, man, she just told me, you know, but it was like I had to internalize that, you know, and the only way that I could really get over it was kind of like, hey, she's gonna sing the song I wrote about her label one day, you know, like, you know, and that's really what the whole song is about. Like, I can't believe I just admitted that to you.